Fair with the crown up.
Welcome back to my channel. Today I am featuring an affordable version of Boho Knotless Braids. My client wants to take a quick trip to the store, and so of course I said yes. Here I am prepping that boho hair in small sections and putting it on my rack along with the braiding hair. This is her state of her natural hair, and she has not had braids of any kind in a very long time. She usually books me for a crochet style, so today we're switching it up. I'm going to start with 2 rows below the ear, and on the first row I'm going to do 4 braids going across. Today's braid size is going to be medium because her hair is very fine and she has a pretty tender scalp. I'm not going to be braiding super tight one, and then my sections are going to be a little larger than usual. Here is what the first row is looking like, all done, and I'm absolutely loving this color. Time to move on to get the second row completed, and this is going to feature between 6 to 7 braids going across. First 2 rows, I only added 1 to 2 pieces of human hair into the braids and finished off with human hair at the very end. I am showing you the sections that I pre-parted from her front to the middle, and I'm going to repeat that on the other side, using that middle part and that pre-section part on the other side as a guide. These are rough guides, and so I'm not really using any product, but when I go back in to finish off her braids, I will be adding product. In total, she has about 4 sections above the ear. So we only had a few hours the first day. This is a 2-day appointment because she did have to go to work. So I am going through and putting some product to section off the braids that I'm actually going to make sure I get done. And then the rest of the hair, we're going to just pull up into a ponytail to finish off the next day. Here is what those pre-section parts are looking like, with the rest braided up towards the middle for her ponytail. Now that I've transitioned to braiding her front, I am making sure to add in more and more of the human hair pieces into each of her braids. With this being an affordable style, we only did have 1 pack of hair to work with, so I'm doing my best to make it stretch. Now that I've finished up all of those parts I wanted to get done for day 1, I'm putting up her hair so she can go to work and still look presentable. Again, I'm loving this color 350. It's beautiful on her, and I'm excited to continue finishing up the next day so we can get some fullness to this style. All done. She's all smiles because guess what? She's not in pain. Now we're on to day 2. So I'm finishing up some of those sections that I didn't get to yesterday, and I'm going to start making my way around. So as you can see, I'm adding way more human hair pieces to each braid, and it's really filling up now, and that is what I wanted to see. The front section is all done, and I must say, for 1 pack of hair, it's looking really good. Here is what the left side is looking like, nice and full, and what the right side is looking like, nice and full. Very happy with it. I have just 3 rows to complete, but I had to make sure you guys saw this ponytail is looking amazing. Alrighty, now let's get close and personal so I can slow things down and show you guys how I do my knotless braids. So I am making sure I have my 3 legs. Grabbing that right outer leg, I am feeding in the synthetic hair, braiding it under, grabbing the outer left, braiding it under again, and I'm going to add another piece of the synthetic hair, braiding it under, grabbing it to the left, braiding it under, grabbing it to the right, and adding another piece. I usually add about 3 synthetic braiding pieces to the section, and then from there I turn over and start braiding down. Now I'm adding in my first human hair piece, and I braid once to bring the piece back around and then take it out and leave it at the top. That little tail that's out, be sure to put some braiding gel on it to smooth it into the synthetic braiding hair to begin braiding down to limit the flyaways that you have to cut. I've left this section in real time so you can get a feel of how fast I braid. Adding in that second piece, we're going to repeat the process of first braiding it around one time to leave out that piece of hair and then continue braiding down. Being sure to add more product as needed to that tail to smooth it into the synthetic hair and braid down for a seamless braid. Here is piece number 3. I'm using a clip to get the hair out of the way. That is number 4. Now that I am closer down to the very end of the braid, I'm adding in 2 human hair pieces and braiding down as much as I can until there's not a lot of synthetic hair left. I'm going to take a small piece of the human hair, there I go, to then make a few knots around the entirety of the braid. Knot number 1, pull tightly. Knot number 2, pull tightly. Here I am adding a dab of nail glue to that section, and then I'm going to cut off the synthetic hair and leave on the human hair. There we go, and that is our finished braid. I used Cream of Nature Strength and Shine Leave-In Conditioner for the human hair only to moisturize and make those curls pop. This spray is only for the human hair, not her scalp. I'm using this anti-itch oil spray though for her scalp, and I'm going to be sure to smooth it out in all of those sections. You want to make sure your client's hair is well moisturized, or your hair if you're doing this on yourself. I'm going to repeat these steps on the last 2 sections. And as you can see, the curls are looking so rejuvenated and moisturized. I did not dip this hair because we both didn't feel like it was necessary. Here you can get a good idea of what her curls are looking like after it's sprayed versus before. This is the fullness that we were looking for. And guess what? We did not even use the entire pack of hair. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy she loves this style, that it looks gorgeous on her and it's not compromising the health of her hair. Who says you can't have affordable Boho Knotless Braids. Thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.